name is Bill Gannon, I'm with Solidification Products International, and we're going to give you a demo on some of our products and how some of our products work out in the field. First of all, we're going to show you a demo where we have our demo tube. This is our media that's inside our different products. Water is flowing through it, and what we're going to do is add some ExxonMobil univolt transformer oil into the water, and you're going to see it actually absorb and solidify and stop the spill. First, I'm going to shut the pump off. Remove the water, and now this is the transformer oil. It's just being poured directly onto the water surface. You're going to see the water continue to drain out through the bottom. As soon as the oil starts to hit the media, it's absorbed into the media. Actually, it dissolves and forms a complete seal, to where at this point, nothing is going to be able to get through it. So as you see here, the oil comes down, comes into the media, it's absorbed, the darker color, and this is all unused product right here. In a typical product spill, or if you just have oil sheen, the water is going to drain out, the oil sheen is going to be absorbed, and only clean water is going to be discharged. Typically, it's non-detectable. So at this point, we're going to actually remove our demo and put it over here for now. And we're going to set up another demo tube. And we're going to do a little bit of a different test. Once again, it's going to be with transformer oil, but this time what we're going to do that's different is we're going to add water to the oil itself. So now we add the water. Into the transformer oil. You can see we've got a good amount of oil and water. Now we're going to shake it. So it's going to be totally emulsified. Shut the water off. That water is going to drain down. And now we're going to pour the emulsion right in on the clean water. So this is, once again, it's transformer oil with water, roughly 50% water, 50% oil. And the unique thing about this is the water-oil emulsion is going to break, and all the water drains through it, but the oil stays above. In lab testing that we've performed, this very exact test, roughly 500 parts per million of oil, 500 parts per million of water, 50-50 mixture. After the test, it comes out to, with transformer oil, it came out to 2.2 parts per million. So it's not detectable like the straight oil is with water, but we're dealing with a real world situation with a lot of backed up water, immediate spill, and the whole thing is you don't want to discharge anything. After the product sets up, you can see the difference in color of the media, where the one on the left, on my left, is a lighter color, and the one that I'm holding in my right hand is a darker color. This is after the product sets up to the point where nothing at all will go through. It's just a complete total seal, as with all of our products. On this one now, you can see that the water is still dripping out of the bottom, but here is just the straight oil, starting to turn to a clear color, an opaque color, the color of the oil itself. Our different products, this is our Petrol Pipe. This is the PI 616 M2. And what that designation means, it means it's a 6-inch diameter pipe, 16 inches long, and the M2 is for it's a male 2-inch fitting. We put both male and female fittings on all of our pipes. They can go from 2-inch all the way to a 6-inch, male or female, depending on what type of fitting you have on a ball valve or connection. On the inside of the petrol pipe, there's an O-ring. And the reason for the O-ring is that you don't need to have Teflon tape. When you put the connection back on. By just turning it down snug against the O-ring, it's going to cause that oil watertight seal. So nothing is going to be able to get through it. Only what goes into the pipe is going to discharge through the back end. This pipe also has an internal dirt filter, which is very important because if dirt gets into it, it's going to clog the pipe, and the worst thing that's going to happen is that dirt would get into the medium, which is here, which is what we don't want. Inside the pipe are our filter batting, which is, these will totally absorb dissolved dirt and fully absorb the dirt while it lets the water go through. There's two of these in here. Then we have a final filter floss, which will catch any of the fine dirt that will get through these battings. And the final piece here is a piece of fabric. This is actually the Petrol Pipe media where it starts inside the pipe. So putting it back in, the disc of geotextile, the loose floss, number 1 batting disc, number 2 batting disc, and then this is our ring of flow-free, which will prevent any heavier debris material from getting into the petrol pipe. Finally, the grate goes back on, and the top, until it's snug, causing the water oil tight seal. This is the filter cage, the filter basket. This would be used on the inside of the containment area that would filter everything prior to entering the petrol pipe. So the petrol pipe typically is put on a 25-degree slope. This is going to filter any dirt, debris, leaves, or anything that's in the containment area from getting out. To clean, just lift up the top, which has a Velcro top and bottom, and then you'd actually just replace, once again, a piece of batting. This is washable. This is our flow-free fabric, plastic mesh. This can be washed out and reused. Just put it right back in. Shut the cage door. It's ready to go. Once again, now you can see the oil level has come down. It's dissolved in. Pretty much most of the water is already filtered through. There's no sheen on the water surface here. The oil comes down, dissolves, forms the seal. This is another one of our petrol pipes. This pipe is a dual purpose. And how this one works is this would be if you were going to cast it into a wall inside a containment area. It's cast in at a 25-degree slope. It's got a flange with nut holders for the screws. And it's put in like this. It's cast in concrete. It can be used in a liner. It can be used in a lot of different ways. But this is where you have your permanent housing put in place. Typically, the floor of the containment area is going to be right at the top of the inlet of the pipe. So typically the floor would stop here, come down, and make a slant over so the petrol pipe can then be put in with no obstruction, attached with the 5 screws. Once again, the petrol pipe has the same type of filter as this SPI 616M2. Same exact thing with the floss, free flow, the grate, and also you'd use the filter basket when you're using the petrol pipe, the PI FH616. This is our petrol plug. This is for floor drains. This is a 4-inch by 6-inch petrol plug. This is the housing. This is the ring that goes with it. This is the only part of the petrol plug that is attached to the outer diameter of the floor drain. This is attached with construction adhesive. Once it's sealed, petrol plug goes in, twists and locks. So now water will go through the petrol plug. It can't go through here because once again we have an O-ring. So the O-ring is going to prevent any oil or water from getting through the side and discharging without filtering first. Water will go in, oil spill, the oil is going to come in, same as here. It's going to form a seal, back up onto the floor. This particular product here that's on the base of the table is our portable containment system. This is a total new system. There's no strap, there's nothing that has to be assembled. The only thing you have to do is flip the sides up and they lock in place. This is a new thing in comparison to, we also have outside straps and inside straps or angle bracket berms. But this particular berm comes up and locks in place. So now there's no trip hazard on either sides. So you're getting more area on the inside without a potential hazard. Then this particular product is our Petrol Pipe, and this is to drain out portable containment areas. Once again, this is a pre-filter that goes before the Petrol Pipe, and this is the filter because there's no way to take the filter out of here. So you want to stop all the dirt and debris in here, change this out, put it back in place. Once again, there's an O-ring in here, so that all you have to do is tighten it snug, and it's a water oil tight seal. This attaches to the Petrol Pipe. And then this is what we call a bulkhead fitting. And this we actually will cut a hole right in the liner itself, at the base of the liner, and then the Petrol Pipe will attach to the bulkhead fitting and will drain any water or potential oil out of your containment area. So it's a quick look at some of our products. We have many other types of products. Please check our website at oilbarriers.com. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you soon.